From the station on your side, this is Wavy News 10.
The debris from the storm stretches nearly a block in Virginia Beach. Coming up, I'll show you how it affected a nearby hotel.
Crews are busy making repairs after some wicked weather at the beach. I'm Ava Hurdle with that story just ahead.
I talked with the National Weather Service today about how they determined what caused the damage.
And Chopper 10 is live, heading to the wind and tornado damage at the Virginia Beach oceanfront to give you a view that you won't see anywhere else of the cleanup efforts that continue today.
And the good news is the severe weather's over. We're not seeing any return of thunderstorms right now, but we'll continue to track what we had from the storms yesterday, plus also talk about what we have for this upcoming weekend in just a bit.
Plus, I went to Hampton today and talked to neighbors of the woman shot and killed in her own front yard.
A lot of news and a lot of storm cleanup to get to this afternoon on Wavy News 10 at 4, but thanks for being here with us. I'm Anita Blanton.
And I'm Stephanie Harris. Let's get right to it this afternoon. We now know that lots of things happened in a short amount of time and a small amount of area on the oceanfront yesterday.
2 locations seeing straight line winds strong enough to pull down a church steeple and knock down trees. But a tornado did in fact touch down right in the middle of those 2 areas, causing chaos and devastation to an area that's filled with tourists on any given day of the summer.
Chopper 10 is live above the Virginia Beach oceanfront tonight, giving you an exclusive view of the wind and tornado damage.
We also have team coverage from Aaron Kelly and Ava Hurdle on the ground. First, the National Weather Service, though, confirms what a lot of people thought they saw. A tornado caused most of the damage at the oceanfront that we're looking at right here. Chopper 10 flew over Virginia Beach after the storm, and we found quite a mess.
Yeah, the damage includes this house on 15th Street, with the roof ripped off and damage to the Dolphin Inn. Today, 10 on your side's Aaron Kelly talked to people staying at that hotel and nearby. Aaron?
Well, standing out here on 16th Street, it is clear that something damaging came through here. From the debris pile that you see over here to the tarp over that building, the utility trucks, nearly a debris going all the way down there. We also went over to 17th and 18th on Atlantic Avenue. In between there, that's where crews are working on the front of the Dolphin Inn. There were big holes in that building after the storm, and on the back of the building, the pool deck, the windows were blown out from the storm as well. We talked to a woman who works across the street. She took cell phone video right after that storm came through.
Oh, look right there at the top.
Must be a fire or something.
Look, that big hole right there. Look.
I'm still looking at it like, what in the world? I still don't know what happened.
Now, hotel management told us about 20 minutes before the storm came through, they did make sure that they cleared out that pool deck area, so they're grateful that no one was hurt tonight. And coming up at 5, you're going to hear from somebody who was staying at the hotel next door and what he saw. Live Virginia Beach, Aaron Kelly, 10 on your side.
Meantime, the National Weather Service says straight line winds caused the damage at Beach Lawn Baptist Church on Norfolk Avenue. From Chopper 10, you can see the winds ripped off the steeple. 10 on your side's Ava Hurdle is back at the church today. Ava?
Stephanie, we learned that at noon from the National Weather Service that this damage, if you can see behind that truck there, was caused by straight line winds. Now, the image of a steeple so out of place and on the front lawn of a church instead. As it came down, it made a hole in the roof near the front entrance of the church. Inside, you can see the hole and the insulation that came down on the carpeting. The church is dealing with insurance adjusters about the damage.
The steeple there knocked it off, and that in turn knocked a hole in the roof, and that caused some interior damage and a little bit of structural damage to the roof. And that, plus all of the, it tore off some siding, some shingles.
Power was restored to the church within hours, but some area residents still had no lights. That part of the story for you coming up at 5. We're live in Virginia Beach. Ava Hurdle, 10 on your side.
Well, just before midday, we found Dominion Virginia power crews working at 16th Street at the oceanfront. Thousands lost power yesterday. Looking at the outage summary on Dominion's website right now, you can see just how many outages there really are. 10 people in Virginia Beach were hurt during the storm. 6 went to the hospital. 1 remains there this afternoon. Today, Mayor Will Sussum said he is thankful there wasn't any more damage or injuries. He also praised the work of first responders.
You sit back and look at what those winds did as far as the trees going down, the damages to buildings and to residences, and the flooding. The flooding just amazed me. I cannot say more about how proud I am about the way the city of Virginia Beach responded to a very bad situation, and the way they partnered with the private sector like Dominion Power and Centerra and others.
Before the storm hit Virginia Beach, Southampton County is where it was. At one point, state police thought a tornado touched down here in Cape Run. The National Weather Service says that wasn't the case. Straight line winds actually caused all of this damage. Winds ripped down trees and sheared off roofs. Our Super Doppler 10 weather team reports that the gusts were up to 70 miles per hour there.
Elizabeth River Tunnels closed the Midtown Tunnel yesterday afternoon because of the heavy rains caused an unsafe driving condition. Crews turned some drivers around. Now, Elizabeth River Crossing says it waived the tolls at the Midtown during that closure between 3:13 p.m. and 5 to 11 p.m. But if those tolls still appear on your bill, you should give ERT a call.
The storm also damaged several malls in Hampton Roads. A 10 on Your Side viewer named John sent us this video of rain coming inside Lynn Haven Mall in the Center Court area. All the stores and the food court stayed open. Crews immediately started patching up the leaks yesterday. And check out this flooding at MacArthur Mall. A viewer also sent us this video to report it at wavy.com. We want to thank you for all of your submissions. The first floor of the parking garage, you can see right there, just flooded. And we have a picture of hail damage to a skylight in Greenbrier Mall. The lighter color holes are where hail passed through, and the darker objects are big pieces of hail that did not fall through.
Wow, so many pictures that you helped us to tell the story yesterday. We've got so many of them, we can't share them all on air, but go to wavy.com and check out all the pictures there from around the area. You'll also find our coverage, our exclusive chopper video, weather blogs, plus the latest information on the cleanup and recovery. Well, it is a much different situation out there today. Thank goodness, huh? Finally.
Yes, absolutely. We still have the heat and the humidity, but no storms. And you can see the view from Chopper right here. Folks are back out at the beach having a good time, and hopefully it will stay that way for a little while. But Jeff Edmondson joins us from the Super Doppler Weather Center with more on what we can expect. Jeff?
Yeah, things are looking a lot better across our area right now, which is great. Beachgoers for the rest of this evening won't have to worry about rip currents. Threats are going to remain low for that. And we should have comfortable temperatures, kind of, sort of, for the overnight hours. Now, when I say kind of, sort of, it's still going to be humid out, so you may not want to open up your windows, but at least we're looking relatively clear and dry across the view. Here's the Lynn Haven Inlet in Virginia Beach. Right now, things are looking nice and quiet at this point. Not much for waves, so if you're going to be heading out on the boat, things are looking fine and safe going on into the bay this evening or into the ocean as well. 70s to 80s right now for our temperatures. 82 degrees in Virginia Beach, 84 in Chesapeake. We're at 82 in Suffolk right now. Across the view further off towards the eastern shore, you're at 79 degrees in Memphis. So we're doing great for this evening for our overnight lows. One thing I can count on, though, is that we still will have a few clouds kind of moving back into the area overnight tonight and also likely tomorrow, too. We'll kind of break down that forecast for tomorrow coming up in just a bit. But for tonight, we're still looking humid with a low near 70 degrees. Some of you may get into the upper 60s tonight. We'll break down this forecast for the weekend. We also have a look at the exact path of that tornado from yesterday. We're going to really break down that tornado and talk about the whole forecast coming up in just a bit.
We have some breaking news right now from Japan. A 6.8 earthquake and a tsunami advisory now posted along the country's northern coast. The quake shook an area just off of the Fukushima coast. That's the area where a quake, 3 years ago crippled a nuclear power plant. Plant officials are checking to see if there's any damage right now. We'll keep an eye on the situation.
There's a lot more news ahead here on Wavy News 10 at 4. I caught up with the National Weather Service team today as they toured the storm damage at the Virginia Beach oceanfront. And I asked them how they determined what was caused by wind and what was caused by a tornado. At 4:25, the man accused of killing 6 members of his family collapsed in a Texas courtroom today, and cameras were rolling. But first, Stephanie talked to neighbors who ran to help after a Hampton woman was gunned down in her own front yard.
And let's take a live look right now through Tower Cam 10. Much different scene than what we saw this time yesterday. Your 4 p.m. forecast is coming up.
From the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10 at 4.